swing, and there's a high drive into deep right field. Going back, Tatis at the warning track, at the wall. Goodbye!
Deep to right field, ranging back Tatis, all the way to the wall.
Get into the gap. Is anybody there? No. There it comes. And the throw. Not in time. And this one is over.
What is up, everyone, and welcome to the Postgame Show, brought to you by everybody in the chat. Thank you for being here today. Robert Rothberg, Alberto Vasquez, Jenny Vega, D-Shot 316, Dave, Auburn, Fan, Eric, and everyone else. Another loss today. The Giants officially lose the series, and Boston Red Sox pitching has been spectacular all year, and a bullpen game for the Giants that very rarely, if ever, results in anything good. And the Giants continue to struggle offensively with just 6 hits, 2 runs in 18 innings at Fenway. They hit the ball a little harder today. There was a home run today by Tom Murphy, his first of the year, his first as a Giant. But those last 2 innings, Giants had no fight left in them. The 8th and the 9th inning went by like boom. 1, 2, 3 in the 8th. Had nothing. The 9th, there was a hit and then a double play to end the game. And it was just a very lackluster way to go out. And Dalton Jeffries got tagged today. It's really unfortunate because the Giants start this game. Eric Miller comes out, walks the first 2 guys. We're thinking, oh, this is going to go terrible. Gets out of it. Giants take a 1-0 lead. Dalton Jeffries walks a guy, gets out of it. It's like, okay, everything's going for us. And then everything didn't go. And the game just fell apart from there. And the Giants lose it 6-2. And really tough to lose this one because Giants hadn't lost a series for a while. We're heading back towards 500. And now all of a sudden we're 14-17. That's terrible. 3 games below 500 when just a couple days ago, the Giants were 1 win away from getting back. So this is really freaking frustrating. Hit some balls fairly well today, but I don't think the Giants, even if some of those balls went for hits, I don't think they ever had a chance today, especially with the bullpen game. I really don't even know why. I didn't think we were going to have a bullpen game with the day off. I had a couple of days off. I had a day off on Thursday, had a day off on Monday. We got 4 guys who are pitching pretty well, with Webb, with Harrison, with Jordan Hicks, and who am I freaking forgetting here? We got Webb. We got Hicks, we got Harrison, and we got a super chat from Bob Best, $9.99 super sticker. You are the freaking man. I do appreciate that. And everyone else for being here today. We're going to break it all down, but very, very frustrating game today. That's for damn sure. I got lucky. It should have been 10-2 in some ways. Yes. So the other guy that I couldn't think of was Keaton Wynn. Keaton Wynn's been pitching well as also. Thank you again, Bob. You are the best. And by the way, with this super sticker, the streak continues. You're the man, Bob Best. You never know. One of these days, Jason Corona not gonna be able to show up, which is totally understandable. And Bob Best is stepped it up right now. Now Jason might end up showing up, but for the moment, don't know. So Bob Best, you the man. The streak continues. But how do you expect the Giants to beat the Phillies in the next series? Can you explain that to me in terms? We want like scientific terms. I don't know if I can do that. We're just going to have to score more runs. The recovery with a $4.99 super chat. Why Jeffries? And how many games do we have to lose before we make lineup changes? Very frustrating. Love the show. Thank you so much for that $4.99 super chat. That is so awesome and generous of you. But Jeffries has had a couple opportunities. Obviously, they like something of, he's got decent stuff. He pitches well in the minors from time to time, but I have no idea. Honestly, we've seen bullpen games don't work. And I just talked about 4 guys between Keaton Wynn, between Webb, between Jordan Hicks and Kyle Harrison that, I get it. But at the same time, games are valuable. Every single time we lose a game, that's This Giants are not the Dodgers. Dodgers can do that. Dodgers can do that, and maybe it's okay for them because they know they're going to be in the playoffs. We don't know. Giants don't know they're going to be in the playoffs. So I don't know if Kyle Harrison didn't get enough rest or anything. I wish he would have pitched today. I don't know if it would have made a difference, but with only scoring a couple runs, but who knows? Maybe Kyle Harrison would have came out and shut them down. Instead, he'll pitch tomorrow against Winchkowski, and we'll see. But I don't see any excuse for ever doing a bullpen game. Ever. I'd rather do it. I know they're not going to do that because analytics and computers. I'd rather do a 4-man rotation until Snell's back. There's days off, They've had a couple of days off. There should be no reason that, in my mind, that Harrison couldn't have went today, but who knows with the actual reasonings. Looks like another super chat. Yes, indeed. Randy Runolfson, son of a biscuit-eating sea serpent. We lost again, but we got to keep the faith. Congrats to Jeffries pitching well in the minors. Sometimes. Exactly. Sometimes. Oh, my gosh. And that's exactly it. He pitches well in the minors sometimes. Today, we lost the game. But there are other options down there. Mason Black, I thought was going to make the team out of spring training until we signed Snell and stuff. I'm not saying he would have done better necessarily. Spencer Howard's another guy we signed, big-time Phillies prospect at one time. These are guys who can start games and actually give us 5-6 innings. We don't have to do a bullpen game. They actually are stretched out a little bit. Spencer Howard started 5 games already for the River Cats this year. Mason Black has started 5 or 6 games, and he has been lights out. Mason Black has started 6 games. He's striking out everyone. He's not giving up runs. He is dominating. I don't know why we don't bring up him and let him start the game instead of doing a freaking bullpen game. Are we trying to win games or not? This low key might be better because they have a strong 1-7 while the Dodgers only have a strong 1-4. Keeping it real, 100. Do the Giants have 0 starting pitchers in the minors better than Jeffries? Okay, I'm going to show you. Mason Black, there he is. Mason Black has been a name in that we've talked about for a while now in the Giants prospect as a 3rd-round pick. 6 starts, 1.01 ERA, complete utter domination. 29 strikeouts and 26.2 innings against AAA hitters. Pretty damn good. So I don't know how he would do up here. Maybe he gets lit. But wouldn't you rather have Mason Black pitching if we're not going to pitch one of our 4 guys right now and actually have a chance to throw 5, 6, 7 innings and maybe win the game? Hit the like button, everyone. Well, maybe we should put him on the 40-man. He's not? Maybe we should put him on the 40-man. I could have sworn he was on the 40-man, but if he's not, we maybe should put him on. You're right. You're right, because if he was going to make the team, we would have had to add him to the 40-man. I don't care. He's on the Giants organization. You buy his contract, you freaking DFA someone. Make it happen. Let's freaking go. But you're right. That's exactly why. Otherwise, he probably would have been pitching. Well, if 6 starts with this type of performance isn't good enough to get on the 40-man, then why don't we have a 40-man? 6-2, we'll break this one down. So, like I said, it started 0-0. The Red Sox had chances and couldn't get anyone home. And we were thinking, okay, once Tom Murphy hit that home run in the 3rd inning, a 407-foot shot, very nice swing of the bat there from Tom Murphy. I know I've been hating on Murphy, but nice swing of the bat there. But right after that, bottom of the 3rd inning, Rafael Devers hit a little lazy fly ball to left field, but this is Fenway Park, so it went off the wall, taking advantage of the home ballpark, and the Red Sox tied it up at 1. A very, very crappy moment right there. And then they scored another one to make it 2-1. Giants were able to score 1. The only base hit today with a runner in scoring position was Mike Yastrzemski on a bunt. Giants have to bunt now to get a hit with runners in scoring position, tied it up at 2. But shortly thereafter, the Red Sox added another run on the Emmanuel Valdez double, 3-2. Jaron Duran hit a triple, 4-2, and the Red Sox were just hitting and hitting and hitting. Base hit after base hit after base hit. Seventh inning, they came through. All in all, today, the Red Sox, I don't know what they did with runners in scoring position. I promise you it was better than the Giants. They went 4 for 16 with runners in scoring position today. The Giants went 1 for 4. So we just got completely beat today in every aspect of the baseball game. We have all the tools, 5.5 months to right the ship. We better right the ship. We better right the ship because it ain't right now. I thought we were righting the ship as we got closer to this series, but this series weaknesses are being exposed. And you know, it's not the end of the world. Gonna salvage a game tomorrow and go have a good series against the Phillies, and all of a sudden we're gonna be here talking about different things. It's gonna be a whole different attitude. But as of now, go and take it game by game. And right now, I'm not feeling it. Bye, Victor. What's going on? What did you say? I didn't see what's going on here. What did you say? But Black is clearly better than Jeffries. And that's the thing about it. There's the 40-man roster. You have to put someone on the 40. You have to take someone off the 40-man to add someone to the 40-man. Well, maybe let's look at the 40-man because I'm just not talking crap without a solution. But if we look at the 40-man, I know once you let someone go, sometimes you have to let them go through waivers. It's not that easy to kick someone off the 40-man. Nick Avila, I'd hate to lose him, but you have a couple guys on the 60-day IL. Probably they don't want to throw anyone else. Trevor McDonald, I know they like him a lot. Randy Rodriguez, I'm not convinced he's the answer. Atlanta Rupa's shown good stuff. Kaiwei Tung has been terrible in both the minors and the majors. I know he's been around. They don't want to lose him, but tough decisions got to be made at some point. Mitch White pitched pretty well today. I liked what I saw from him out there. You have our catchers, Tom Murphy, Blake Sable, and Patrick Bailey. I don't think they're going to do anything there. Obviously, already let go of Joey Bart. Completely blew it there. Luciano Schmidt, VR, Wisely. Well, Wisely is a guy you can DFA. You can. He's kind of, I don't know. Yeah, he's still, Wisely's still in the 40-man. I like Wisely. Don't get me wrong. I like Wisely, but I'm just saying tough decisions got to be made at some point. And if we can just wait for Snell to come back and keep throwing Jeffries out there in bullpen games that are pretty much guaranteed losses. It's a guaranteed loss. A bullpen game is practically a guaranteed loss. A guaranteed freaking loss. But we'll see what happens tomorrow, guys. Harrison will be going, and Giants will have a chance to salvage one. We need more likes. All we have is a good starting rotation. Made the Sox look like world beaters. And the Red Sox are having a decent season. Their pitching has been spectacular. Chapman has been doing what they brought him here to do. A great defensive play from Chapman. Great defensive play from Yastrzemski. Nice bunt from Yastrzemski. So there were some cool moments in this game. It's already taken care of. Well done. DFA VR. VR he strikes out quite a bit. Every time I watch the River Cats, VR strikes out like 2 or 3 times. So I don't know what's going on that. He's hitting 253, not too bad. He's got 3 bombs. He's not tearing it up like he did when he got promoted, when he kind of forced his promotion. So David VR is an option too. I'm talking mostly about position players to promote a pitcher, but Mason Black will be promoted this year. Mason Black will be promoted this year. Mark it down, guaranteed. Mason Black will be at some point. They're going to have no choice. The way he's pitching, he's got good stuff. He didn't pitch that well in spring training, but that was spring training. He looks completely ramped up at this point. Spencer Howard's another option. We have guys, but like I said, like Randy Rodriguez. He's been in the organization for a while. The Giants like him. He throws hard. But, he looks okay. He's pitched well out of the bullpen, 1.69 ERA, but it's only 10 innings. Has Randy Rodriguez made his big league debut? Like a couple games or no? I'm trying to think of we've seen him. I don't think we have. I don't think he's made his big league debut yet, but correct me if I'm wrong on that. So some things are going to happen. Miller has a 13.5 ERA. He can be optioned. Mason deserves another chance. If Jeffries gets a chance, he must be next. Randy Runelson says, nope. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so, but I was starting to think for a minute he might have had like 1 or 2 games, but no. Chappie is all good. The Bees will show up at Fenway tomorrow. Yeah, the Salt Lake Bees, because that might be, they might have a better chance than the Giants, way we've been playing. But yeah, we might need some Bees tomorrow. They finally did get that game going, and they had the beekeeper, throw out the first pitch. Pretty cool. Steve, I think at this point it's a mental thing for our hitters. I'm hoping they can get back into the game psychologically and be better into the second half. Long season, but Taps doesn't sound too far off. Oh my. Taps. I remember last year, people were asking for Taps by July. You're going to play Taps? You're going to play Taps? I finally did it. And then people were like, bro, it's way too early to play Taps. You guys have been begging me all year. When am I going to play Taps? I finally played Taps, and people thought it was too early. So it is what it is. But yeah, Taps will be played when I deem the season is officially toast and that the Giants will not make the playoffs. That is a long way away. The Giants could literally lose 10 in a row, and I still won't play Taps because it's only May. But I hate to see 3 games under 500. Got to get that record respectable so we can lose a game and it's like, lost a game, lost a couple games, not a big deal. Right now, losses are a big deal because we're digging a hole. And we were second, now we're fourth. The NL West is very tight right now. Oh, it doesn't matter, dude. It's just May. Well, we don't want to start digging a hole and start falling down to where the Rockies are. And eventually a team will embed themselves in 4th place and 3rd place. And it'll start, the standings will start to kind of take their form. And we want to be in 2nd place, preferably 1st place. But I get that that's going to be tough with the Dodgers. But right now, the way it's looking is the Padres are in 2nd. The Diamondbacks are, well, we're actually tied for 3rd with the D-backs technically, but they start with an A, so I guess they get to be the 3rd team listed here. But no, we're tied with the D-backs for 3rd, and then it's the Padres just a half game ahead of the Giants. So very tight NL West and tight wild card. Right now, Giants are just 2 games out of the wild card. It's a very tight race. There's absolutely nothing to freak out about unless you're the Rockies. If you're the Rockies, you guys need to freak out because you're not going to, you guys suck. The Pirates are not looking that well. They've fallen into last place, and the Marlins suck. They made the playoffs last year. They did not take advantage of that and try to get better. I thought they had a horrible offseason. I graded all the off seasons, and I gave the Marlins, I think, an F, which they definitely deserve. Look at them, 8-24, absolutely brutal. And the Astros, what the heck, man? I thought they had 1 good season left in them. The Angels I knew were going to be sucky. And I said the A's, who are on a winning streak of 4 games, the Oakland A's. I listened to some of that game today. I listened to some of the game on the radio between the A's and the Pirates. The Oakland A's have won 4 consecutive games. Shout out to Jenny Vega because she's an A's fan. And the A's are actually surprising people, but not me, because I told you before the season when I did my ranking, my power ranking, I had the A's not in last, not even close to last. And people thought I was an idiot. They're like, dude, A's are dead last. And go, A's got some sneaky talent. I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs, but they're already surprising some teams. And here's the sad fact of the matter. The A's have a better record than the Giants. Let that sink in. The A's have a better record than the Giants on May 1st. If the bunt wins the game, we should live in the bunt. Sadly, Giants fans, we lost today. I will still appreciate the bunt. Long live the bunt. Keeping it real. I don't know. I guess they believe in him because Jeffries had a great spring training, so we're seeing that does not handle the pressure. Playoffs? Wait, are you talking about playoffs right now? Yes.
Playoffs? Are you kidding me? Playoffs?
Can't score more than 4 runs a game. Really think the Giants should consider calling out Matos and or Sable. And I don't think they're going to call up Sable unless there's an injury because they're totally sold on Murphy and, of course, Bailey. Now, Bailey's not going anywhere, nor should he. But certainly, I don't think Sable's in a tough spot. you know, and he's a nice guy, but he's in a tough spot. Eric, we have Rockies on the trip. We will get some wins. Yeah, and I was thinking of heading out to Denver, but probably not, but it crossed my mind. It crossed my mind because I've never been. Well, I've been to Denver, but I've never been to Coors Field. Back when I was in Denver, um, I think they had it. I think they were still at Mile High Stadium, but Sable would produce more runs than Murphy 100%. Oh yeah, I'll take Sable over Murphy, but I can't hate on Murphy today because he did go deep. And congratulations on the first home run of the year, but that doesn't change much about his batting average, which is 100. Guys, not 200, 100. We're officially calling that the Murphy line. 200 is the Mendoza line. 100 is, from here on out, will be known as, in baseball lore, as the Murphy line. 100. Okay? So if you're hitting below the Murphy line, that's really bad. Sable can also play the outfield. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. He can. Sable's versatile, dude. He's a versatile dude. And Matos, not Matos, Ramos. I haven't checked Ramos' stats in the last couple of days, but last I checked, Ramos was tearing it up. A lot of these guys at the River Cats are tearing up. River Cats are playing well. They got a walk-off the other day, and today they won 6-3. 6-3 with Tanner Andrews getting the win today. 6-3 your final. And let's just check out how Elliot Ramos is doing. Elliot Ramos, Elliot Ramos, Elliot Ramos, Elliot. Here it is. That's his walk-up song, I decided. 296, 7 bombs, 19 RBIs for Elliot Ramos. OPS just south of 1,000. You don't see OPSs of 1,000 in professional baseball very much. In college sometimes, but that's tough to do in the pros. Elliot Ramos is just shy of 1,000 so far this year, and that's in almost 100 at-bats. He's tearing it up. It's time. It's time. Because this is, if this is our lineup, it's not worth watching. Carla! Kayla! Sorry. Misread that. I misread that. I said, hi, Carla. And I thought Carla was here. Kayla is here. Thank you for being here. We got a $2 super chat. I hope I didn't miss any. Let me check. I got Bob Best. I got the Recovery 716. I got Randy Rudolphson. And I got D-Shot 316. I made a couple bucks off the game. Great content. Oh, you did. Good. Did you bet on the Red Sox to win? What did you bet? What's the line here? What'd you bet on? I know there's lots of little things you can bet. I only ever bet on future bets for World Series. And one time ever, I got on one of those things that they promote. I can't remember what it's called now, but FanDuel, one of those things. And I won a whole bunch of money. I was like, I'm done. I made money. I'm done. I'm not going to keep going because I know if I keep going, I'll end up losing money. But I had one time I did it. I made money, and I haven't done it since. And that was several years ago. Like I'm talking like maybe 7-8 years ago, pushing 10 years ago maybe. And futures I'll do for fun. I like doing futures because you bet on the World Series before the season, and it's not that I'd recommend it, but it's a little bit fun because you can try to pick some. I would pick some underdogs to win it all because in baseball it actually can happen, and it actually has happened. I've actually won those bets, but Michael Roeder, the Giants could be playing Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald's been raking. I want to thank you for that $5 super chat, but you are absolutely right. Fitzgerald, he's hitting about 300 something, close to 300 if not. I don't know why he's not in the lineup more. We got guys who's just not hitting very well. We're throwing out there, trying to get their bats going. I get it. But at the end of the day, if somebody, you got to play the hot hand. He's hitting 313 on the year, 313, 10 for 34. 10 for 34. He may be maybe we got something in Tyler Fitzgerald. We're kind of just treating him like he's just another little minor leaguer we promote and help us out a little bit. But maybe he needs a longer sample size. Maybe he could be somebody, could help this team be like right now. Obviously, we don't have room for him to play every day if we're going to be playing because we got so many infielders. But who knows? Tyler Fitzgerald, maybe he can give guys a day off, kind of be somebody who could find a way to stick in the lineup, DH every so often, shortstop, second base, third base, maybe even first base. Tyler Fitzgerald, he's got a bat right now. He's swinging it. Yeah, love Fitzgerald. He's not a nobody. He has more speed than Ahmed. Fitz was good in spring training, and he's been hitting well. Thank you again for that $5 super chat. But yeah, just looking at his stats right here, I mean, he's playing well. But yeah. Let's check out the other scores and bounce because there's nothing to say about this game. Player of the game today? I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Could give it to Murphy for the bomb. Mitch White threw a couple of decent innings. Give up a run, though. Jackson was okay. Actually, all of the relief pitchers today were a little bit shaky. Taylor Rogers, I mean, they were okay, but they put guys on base. I mean, nope. I didn't think any pitcher really looked good. Even Eric Miller walked a couple of guys before he got out of it. Struck out a guy and got a double play. It was pretty impressive, but I don't know about player of the game. So I'm going to throw it to you. You could also give it to Yastrzemski. Had the bunt base hit, RBI, and a great catch. I'm going to give it to Tom Murphy for the home run. Tom Murphy, because he may never get a player of the game again. So we may give it to Tom Murphy. Tom Murphy. Johnny Leemaster was a great fielder back in the early 80s, 1984. Did I see a fight between the Brewers and Rays? No, I missed it. Did they get in a fight? Why are we fighting for? Why are we fighting? $5 super chat from Michael Roeder. What was I going to say? Oh, yes, the rest of the games today. 5-0 Dodgers have a lead against Arizona. That is at Chase Field. No B's today. Tied up 2-2 Houston and Cleveland. Washington over Texas 1-0 in the bottom of the ninth inning. 4-1 final in Detroit. 4-1 over the St. Louis Cardinals. Brewers, we're just talking about them with the apparently there was a fight. 7-1 Milwaukee beats the Rays. 10-5 Minnesota over the White Sox. White Sox suck. I knew that was going to happen. I said before the year. My preseason, as far as my power rankings are looking pretty freaking good. The teams I said are going to suck have sucked. I know it wasn't that hard to figure out, but a lot of people were mad at me about those. Like, dude, White Sox are not that bad. I'm like, yeah, they are. Royals over the Blue Jays 6-1, and I said Royals might surprise some people. 19-13. Royals are killing it right now. The Kansas City Royals are in second place only because the Guardians are just absolutely destroying it. A's beat the Pirates 4-0. I'm gonna get a stutter if the Giants don't start playing better. 5-2 Braves over the Mariners. 2-1 Phillies over the Angels. 6-2 Padres over the Reds. 2-0 Yankees over the Baltimore Orioles. And 4-1 the Miami Marlins beat the Rockies. Even the Rockies can't beat the Marlins. I mean, even the Marlins don't lose to the Rockies. Rockies are so bad. And 1-0 Cubs over the Mets. And that's going to do it for today. So tomorrow is going to be a good one. Day game tomorrow. Make sure you're up bright and early for that one. And Giants will be taking on the Red Sox again. It is a freebie on MLB.com if it's not blacked out. Sometimes those games are blacked out. It is a free game of the day if you're able to get that. If you don't have the game otherwise, it'll be Harrison against Winchkowski. As far as ownage goes, Giants have not had a lot of experience. Matt Chapman has when he was with the Blue Jays, and he has a home run, 3 RBIs, and 6 at-bats, and that is called ownage. So Matt Chapman has ownage against Winchkowski, but that's pretty much it. Not much experience other than that. I'm not sure where – at some point, Giants must have faced him because you can see Wade Jr. has a bat. Flores, Bailey has a couple of at-bats against him. So At some points, the Giants faced him. As far as Harrison, the only guy who's faced him is Cooper, and he has got a home run, 1 for 3. A little bit of ownage there with that home run, but that's it. You know, I don't even have a prediction. I say Giants go do the best. Steve is here once Immaculate Grid. I'm really tired. I don't even know why, because I slept and I'm just exhausted. I'm like exhausted. But we can do that. Okay. Tigers and Cardinals. That two historic teams you'd think going back to the 60s. I should be able to think of several, especially in the 80s. Can I not think of one player who was on the Cardinals and the Tigers? Tigers and White Sox. Tigers MVP. I gotta believe that Miguel Cabrera won an MVP with the Tigers. 48%. I'll take it. It's not a rarity, but we're going to take it. I got to get it from Miggy. Miggy's a nice guy. One of my favorites. Miguel Cabrera. We bleed orange and black. Giants for life. You know it. That's how we do it. 6+ WAR in a season. I can't. There's no way. Like, I have the wars memorized. If I'd have known that, I would have saved Cabrera for that one. 6+ WAR. Well, I guess Albert Pujols has got to at some point have had a 6+ WAR season. White Sox, Frank Thomas, I would assume. Frank Thomas. Yep. And MVP, who also had a 6+ WAR season. Oh, we're Giants fans. We got to go with the great Barry Bonds. Final answer. Boom! We nailing it. We don't play. Mark Salas for Tigers Cardinals. Okay. That's a good one, man. That's a rarity right there. 0.07. Very well done right there. That's knowledge. A shout out to you, Dulcimeres, for that one. That's knowledge right there. They can cut it if there is Orange Ocean, and we will be Giants fans for life, keeping it 100. Tigers, White Sox. I was gonna say that's wrong. I was gonna say Omar Vizquel, but he's a coach on the Tigers, but didn't actually play on the Tigers. He was just a coach, so that wouldn't count. Jose Canseco played on the White Sox, but not the Tigers. I'm thinking of so many Tigers. And not one of them that I can think of played on the White Sox. What about Alexander? You guys remember Doyle Alexander? Did he play on those two teams? I'm not exactly sure. $4.99. Bummers. I was hoping that we would keep the series going. Maybe Philly. Let us pray. Thank you so much, Randy. You are freaking awesome. If it was up to me, I would do the whole stream. Randy for 30 minutes, except there would be literally one person at the end of the stream. That'd be Randy being like, yes. No, Randy would probably leave too at that point. But thank you so much for that $4.99. You are the man. Maglio Ordonez. He played on the White Sox? I think you're right. Maglio Ordonez. Yeah, that's it. White Sox, Tigers. I remember more on the Tigers, but he did play on the White Sox. And in pictures on the White Sox. 300+ career home runs. Okay, I think I can do this. Obviously, we already got Pujols, so 300+ career home runs. Why am I blanking on some of the Cardinals' great players of the 60s? I'm blanking on the name of like the Hall of Famer who's one of the greatest to ever play. I'm just blanking on his name. Someone throw it out there, please. 1960s Cardinals player, one of the greatest hitters ever. What am I saying? What is it? Why can't I think of his name? I can see his face and I can't. His name. That's so sad. Let's skip it. White Sox, 300+ career home runs. White Sox. You know, they haven't had a ton of. I wish I picked Frank Thomas. They haven't had a ton of sluggers like 500+ home runs besides Frank Thomas that I can think of. MVP with 300 home runs. Okay, that's easy. Anybody. can put Mark McGuire. We can put Jose Canseco. Jose Canseco's an interesting one because Jose Canseco did have 300 plus career home runs and he did win an MVP. 0.9. Yeah, Stan Musial. That's Stan the Man Musial. I couldn't think of his name. I just blanked on me. So we'll put him. And now we need a White Sox who had 300 plus career home runs. Did he just have to have played on the White Sox? Because Canseco did too. Or you have to have 300 plus home runs while being a White Sox. That's the problem. But White Sox, such a historic team. Such a historic team, but I can't think of any obvious. Harold Baines. Yeah, I couldn't think of Stan the Man. Harold Baines. He played long enough. Hall of Famer. Harold Baines. Yes, we got the freaking immaculate. I'm sorry. I'm really tired, and I don't feel like I had my best grid right there, but we got it. But yeah, let's see who else it could have been for the White Sox, if it'll show us the properly here. I guess we got to go to the filter team, White Sox. Good Lord. Chicago White Sox. How many teams are there? Holy crap. Chicago Whales. Am I a dumbass? Why don't I see White Sox? Oh, they're at the top. Chicago White Sox. Okay. Just out of curiosity. Oh my goodness. I guess I don't know what I'm doing. I got to be subscribed to see it? Okay, I'm out. Never mind. I tried. I freaking tried. I'm going to lose it. I'm going to get angry, and you all don't want to see that. So I'm blank too. I was born in the 2000s. Like, yeah, Stan the Man Musial. I have I just blank out like names. Like, I don't know why. I know their face. I know who they were, and I'll just blank out names. Even like, unless they're like Babe Ruth or something, I'm liable to forget. Even somebody as great as Stan Musial, like Ted Williams. I don't think I would forget Ted Williams. Barry Bonds. Could you imagine, like, who's the guy? The guy, lefty, you know? Oh, that would be really embarrassing. It's all good, home baby. Yeah, yeah. Michael Jordan played double A baseball. I at the time it annoyed me because I'm like, dude, at the time I was aspiring baseball player. So I felt like, you know, it took a spot from a young minor leaguer who could have been there. But when I look at his stats, he actually played halfway, you know, surprisingly halfway decent for considering all things considered for someone who hadn't played baseball since high school, who's been playing professional basketball. He went in there and hit over 200. What did he hit? That is, you know, I didn't know at the time. I was like, this dude sucks, dude. He sucks. And I guess he kind of did, but when you think about it, he'd been playing basketball for over a decade. Like, he did, and to go and hit 202 in double A in 436 at bats, actually not 3 home runs, pretty damn impressive. I couldn't hit 202. Not today anyway. Maybe out of high school, but not today. So not after 10 years out, you know, without playing. So he did halfway decent. Imagine if Shaquille O'Neal was on the Giants team, he'd be getting the high home runs. Exactly. Who was I talking about? I was talking about Michael Jordan. Bill Mazeroski, great player. Yeah, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, I got stats right here. 202 average. Look, these aren't good stats. Any minor leaguer will get, you know, released. But considering that he hadn't played since high school, I'm actually he had to have worked really hard. And that's that focused level of Michael Jordan. You know, that's a focused and determined dude to go out there and hit 202. That is actually impressive. But I still don't think he probably deserved to be there. But Shout out to Michael Jordan. Karaoke MJ. Karaoke knows who MJ is. Yeah. He played baseball, back in 1994. AA in the White Sox organization. Decided to quit basketball. Played 1 year of baseball. Said, F this, I'm going back to basketball. But shout out for trying. It was a Tim Tebow of the 90s. And Tim Tebow did the same thing, quit football, went into baseball, and did surprisingly well. These guys are super athletes, and they're really good at sports in general, obviously, but hitting a baseball, that's the toughest thing. And, it's very, very, very difficult to think you're just going to jump into professional baseball and be successful. But thank you guys so much. Have a great day. He fielded. I didn't field very well. He made quite a bit of errors, if I recall. But I ain't trying to hate on Mike. Okay. I want to be like Mike. No, he played basketball. Okay. Yeah, he did play baseball. He did baseball for 1 year. But, it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. We're going to 45 minutes today. A little extra bonus, 15 minutes bonus today. Have a great day. We'll be back tomorrow for the post game. Until then, hopefully we don't get swept. Otherwise, we're going to have some special videos in store if we get swept. You guys know about the sweep videos. Hope don't have to play those tomorrow. Hope we can play Bye Bye Baby instead. Until then, you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.
Swing, and there's a high drive into deep right field. Going back, Tatis at the warning track. At